great because roots are able to take up what they need from a reservoir, and that way they're never starved for water, but they're also not waterlogged and soaked, and therefore not performing. So more root, more fruit. It's about getting the most out of every plant. Yes? What's that? Oh, I would say for flowering purposes, no smaller than a 5-gallon container. Maybe a 3-gallon, but even that will get somewhat root bound. So I would say just the simple 5-gallon buckets you get from Home Depot. Those are great if you cut holes in the bottom. But there's more expensive containers you can get that will do that auto waterings for you. Yeah, they're not actually 5 gallons, they're 3.3 gallons. I mean, honestly, I recommend 20 gallon, 25, 30 gallon, and a longer vegetative time. That's how this works. You don't get big plants without vegging them for a while and building up a root system, and that root system is what's going to build bigger flowers above. So, all right. Mr. Jorge Cervantes here, also special guest. Not one of my mentors and heroes in this movement, but all right. Awesome.
Well, yeah, I was just outside, cooling out after the last talk, and Danny asked me, he said, well, maybe you'd like to come and, talk to the people a little bit. I said, okay, so here I am.
Adam as well. I don't know, are we sharing the microphone? I think, let's see if that...
Yeah, this works.
Excellent.
This works. Adam's here too.
Yeah, they had 5 people up here before us.
Okay.
And hey, if Aaron from DNA is out there, or Kyle Cushman, we'd love to have you guys join too. If anybody sees Aaron or Kyle, we're going to turn this into a little bit of an expert panel because we've got such great experts here. So. As far as location, outdoors, obviously, you want a location that you can get to easily, that no one else can get to easily is important. And again, you can go with the bigger containers because you have that longer vegetative time, and you have the use of and the benefits of full sun. Okay?
Yeah, I can't stand up good things about the big containers, I did a video. Actually, I've been doing a few videos, and they're on YouTube. Just type in Cultivation Seminar and they'll show up. But one of them's 10-pound plants, and they're in 200-gallon containers outdoors.
That's 10 pounds dry. After harvest, dried plants 10 pounds.
Yeah, they're real 10 pounds. And dry too, really dry. And anyway, that's the whole thing: is big plants, big containers. And leave them veg for a long time. Start them early.
Yeah. Actually, I run about 20 gallon indoors, and people tell me, oh, that's crazy. But the reality is, when I look at it, I've been doing a lot of side-by-sides with some self-watering pots, and I like them, but they don't grow as good as big plants. So I just use the smart pots, soft sort of side. And
those have holes in the sides and the bottom.
It's completely aerated, which is important. But the problem with those is when they're so big, they're so heavy, you can't move them. And that's so what I put it in is I build a little platform with wheels, and then I make a little straw on top of that, and it's individual, and that makes a huge difference. I can move it with my foot, so I can move one over that way, and I can move one over that way. Don't bend over, because that's the thing is if you're by yourself in a grow room and you hurt yourself, hurt your back or something like that, it can be pretty difficult to even get out of the room in the first place. I've seen some damage done with too big a plant sometimes.
Well, outdoors too, you can put the big pots on a pallet and then move it with the forklift attachment off the back of the tractor.
I tried to get a tractor to the house, but it wouldn't fit.
So what he's talking about is very important, having the wheels underneath the plants, because when you're using larger containers, they do get really heavy, especially after watering. So having them on casters where you can roll them around, it's not just good for moving them around, but that way you can check for pests in the back corner. You can get to every plant and every part of every plant, because
realistically, they'll never go there if it gets really crowded, so people just leave that corner alone and spin the plant around and work on it that way, and then you should kind of work with it.
also get more light on your plant evenly so it will grow evenly, so it's not lopsided.
I can't over-recommend it.
I think
Yep. The hydro guys, it's the same thing. You still want more root. So